Hello and welcome back to Beyond Beaglington. In the last episode I was travelling to Tenby for my family holiday, and in this episode we'll be looking at... Ooh! Train's just dropped off this. It's a Tenby Boat Trips Island Safari ticket, Island Cruise or whatever it is. So yes, in this episode of Beyond Beaglington we'll be looking at what I got up to with my family on holiday and going on a boat trip. So yeah, enjoy. So I was down at the station, wondering what I could do. Then an idea came to me as I stood on platform 2. I'll take a train beyond Beaglington and try something new. Happy birthday, Charlie.
Happy birthday, Lily.
And then open your present.
In his mouth.
In his jaw.
Ah.
Oh, is there any more? Is there?
Oh, they're so adorable.
Any more? Yes.
Can I just put my hand in?
Yeah.
Good. Oh my god.
Any pull him. No, there's no more. It's pissing out. Come and meet your mama. Go on. Where's Uncle Battle? Uncle Battle. Hello, Uncle Battle. Hi. Are you the new babies? My cousin. Oh, my cousin.
So right now I'm actually playing the 2p machine at the arcade. I've got some coins here too. Now I'm off to play my favourite arcade game. It's actually my favourite arcade game because it's one you always win on. So all you have to do is you put in £1 and you always seem to win like loads of 2p's. Or maybe not. So yeah, as it turns out, actually I've broken the machine and the man's gone to get a key to get it fixed so I can actually get my winnings. So I finally got my coins, but the machine's being taken away. Whoopsie daisy. Right, well today we're going on a boat trip, so I'm just waiting here at the side of the road for a bus. And then you get a bus and go down to Tenby and then supposedly on a boat, if the weather holds out. So this is the harbour at Tenby before we get on our little boat to go and have a look around, see if we can see some seals and things. It's a very lovely view, lots of colourful buildings and sandy beaches, so yeah, I'd highly recommend coming here anyways. Here we have this lovely building here where Roald Dahl stayed. It's called the Cabin, every Easter holiday between 1920 and 1936 with his mother and siblings. So it's a really nice area down here. So this is the outer side of the harbour wall. There's the lifeboat stations, some boats in the harbour. And it's a bit grey today, as I said earlier on. But there's a nice set of steps down here anyway, leading down into the sea. So here are some boats in the harbour. There's Miriam Harriet, Canny Boy, Happy Larry, Coco, Josephine, Ginny, Mags. I can't see too many other names because they're a bit too far away. There's a nice little boat here called Nemesis. It's a lovely little red and blue and white boat there. There's a sign here that says that this wall was blown down and was eventually rebuilt. As you can see, just step up over it and have a look down the other side. There's a boat that's just left. Visibility not going to be perfect today, I don't think. Here we are at the very end of the harbour wall. Be very good, be in mind to not drop my phone in. And there's the lifeguard beach over there. And more of these lovely colourful houses. Can I see anything in the water? Oh, not yet. Well, that's a big crane, isn't it? It's got two sets of caterpillar tracks either side of it. Must be for lifting boats up or something, perhaps. It's a big chunky piece of kit anyways. Now I don't know if you can see in this video, but I can see lots of little black fish just floating around down at the bottom all along this section of seawall. No idea what they are though. They're too small to see. It's one of the other tour boats going out, I think towards Colby Island. Oh, look, and there's another one. And here she comes now, that yellow vessel over there, the Island Ranger. Apparently she has 2 toilets and a licence bar, which sounds perfect. It also has 3 viewing platforms or something. There's a balcony at the on top and there's space at the back and the front, supposedly. There's an interesting gate there as well. You could just walk through it if it was unlocked. But yeah, and apparently Waverley, the paddle steam, was here a week or so ago, over there. Here we are on the Island Ranger, leaving Tenby Harbour. Over there's the lifeboat station, the castle, and here we are, and the family. Hello! Sat on the boat, heading out to sea. And it's kind of raining. So here we are on the upper deck of the Island Ranger, heading out, and no one steering. But yes, off we go. Over there on the side, that's St. Catherine's Island. Hoping to get there later when the tide goes back out. Let's hope they don't hit the ground today. And yes, this is a visibility problem with the other side. Is not perfect, but you know, it's not too bad either. You're going to see a little way. If we're going to see any wildlife, it should be closer anyways. There's where we stepped on. Don't want to go too close to there anyways. If I wander this way anyways, we can go along to the front of the boat and have a look. There you go, there's St. Catherine's Island. To the other side. Island anyways, and there's the other side of the town, and that's the beach going along to Kiln Park, Penally, lots of spray. That way you can see the neighbours, you can see from this side. Lovely colour water, absolutely fantastic. Sort of like greeny, grey, blue. A bit like a home actually. Now, coming up on the left-hand side, that's Coldy Island. There's a lighthouse over there as well. We're supposed to be able to see seals on this journey, so I hope we get to see some of those. We saw a cormorant flying. He was very fast. I didn't get a chance to see him on the camera, or her. But yes, hopefully now, as we get closer to Coldy Island, we might see some more wildlife to film. There's another tour boat over there, and over there in the distance is the lighthouse. There's a boat full of fishermen there getting bothered by lots and lots and lots of seagulls. So that's how far we've come now across from Tenby. Oh, you can see the ship's going up and down a bit now. Yes, so here we are on the Island Ranger, and we're moving up and down a bit, and we're nearly at our destination, I suppose, over at Coldy Island, where there's going to hopefully be seals and other things. And I don't know if you can hear me over the sound of the boat. You can see where we've come from behind me, and that's where we're going. Getting a bit bumpier now though. So yes, I'll be bringing you pictures, hopefully, of what's over there. I do feel a little bit, not necessarily seasick, but just, you know, a bit shaken. As they keep going over and over and over. Is that a puffin being chased by some seagulls? I believe it could be. There's a little island over there with a ruined building on it. There's the seabirds now. Look, there's one coming in hot. It's flying in front of us. Whoa! There we are, coming up alongside the island now. Now we moved the other side of that big load of rock over there. We've turned around. Very much like a smuggler's coast kind of place, like very bumpy up and down. And over here we have Holiday Island. Nice sandy beach over there though, where the boats are. It's me and Charlie here. Sinead and Amelia are over there, and we're just looking out to see if we can see some birds.
Yeah, well hold on tight then. Listen.
Far between, you've only got around 10 breeding pairs, so finding them is always a bit of a challenge, but they have been pretty active over the last couple of days, so we have seen quite a few of them. They're slightly smaller in comparison to the rosy golden beagles, but they do have that beautiful white face and orange bill that sets them apart. So while we're here, this is normally where we'll find them. In fact, there's one literally just sat just about a metre off the island there, about maybe 11 o'clock. Imagine the bird is
About 11 o'clock there's a sea.
I mean,
it's
off the rocks.
It's not. It's half one.
That little blurry thing there is in fact a puppet. You can see by his orange feet. But you can't really see very much of him because we're so far away. But there you go. You can see there's lots of cormorants up there as well, circling around. And more birds over there. Over there are 2 puffins, and there's another one all the way over there. Lovely. 1 and 2 puffins.
This is mostly where the limestone is extracted from there. From here it's still a bit of a fill up of the Colby and it's the water is held. From there it's transported on configured ships and sailed into the rolling into the Channel. Now really since the operation stopped at the island train the next reserve to this day, enough human access is no longer permitted. It has become a very successful breeding ground for both coastal.
You can see there the ruin on the top. It's the old limestone quarryman's house. Gone now. We're going off this way now to hopefully find some seals. Coming up on the other side now of Holiday Island. You can see there's like a ruined building over there. Not sure what that was yet, they haven't told us anything about it, so yeah, interesting though. I don't know if it also has anything to do with limestone or if it's to do with the Eveyone or whatever, but yeah, it's a nice building. We're coming up by this stony little beach now. There's some cormorants and seagulls and things on the rocks. I don't know if any of this footage is going to be usable because the boat's quite loud. Ah, there we go. It's a bit calmer now, so we must be drifting ready to go and see the seals. Wow, look up there, there's like a cave or something, smuggler's cave. Yeah, but they stored all sorts of smuggled goods up in that cave up there. And we go along here. Oh look, all the birds just popping up from the water. There was absolutely pouring rain, but there are in fact some seals over there. Lovely weather for seal watching, isn't it? It's getting a bit damp. there's a couple of seals over there, just sort of leaning back in the water. Having a little bit of a rest, I suppose. I suppose the rain doesn't bother them too much.
They shall consume on average around.
Now we're on our return to Tenby Harbour anyways. See the seals, cormorants, puffins. Not seen any porpoises or dolphins or anything though. I think the weather's probably a bit too bad for that. There it is, emerging out of the mist. What's going to do there with the jam? Oh. Island again. In the mist. Lovely. Yes, there's the Hetherton Island maybe over there. And we're just approaching back into Tenby Harbour now. So we get on the boat in a minute. And hopefully find somewhere. And now we're just making our approach back into Tenby Harbour to the lifeboat station to the castle. Slowing down again now. We're going to curve around and then we'll be going up. You'll see a fantastic view of all the lovely colourful townhouses, guest houses and everything. That house that Roald Dahl stayed in. So yes, we'll be getting off in a minute. That was a rather wonderful tour. So that was the Island Ranger, is the boat we were on, for the island cruise. So yeah, if you find yourself in Tenby, go on it because it's really lovely. And I hope you have better weather for it. Like I said, this is like late June. Is this usual late June weather for Wales? Quite possibly. Salty's Bar and Grill. Look at the view from our table. A lovely day. There's some lovely decoration in here anyways, all wooden and everything. We're here for our dinner. Just waiting right now. Hanko chicken burgers. Empty. Oh my god, I'm so full. I had a really lovely dinner at this Salty's place anyways, and the view, we were at a window seat, but the view is lovely. So now I'm off to catch up to Sinead, who's walked off without me because I'm busy filming. And she has a big stick.
I can't walk home without my stick.
Shh! Shut fool! So yes, it's Wednesday today, another drizzly day in Tenby, but the scenery is still very nice. So I'm going to go at one of these Lolly's traditional sweet shops. There's a couple of them here, and they're quite nice, and I'm going to go pick something out. Ooh. Yeah, I reckon I could pull that off. So I have something now. I have this rhubarb and jelly dome which I'm going to try. So if you just give me a second, I'll find somewhere to put the camera. I'll prop it up on this road sign here. Woohoo! I'll take it out of the packet so you can see it now. Ooh, it's melting in my hand. Actually very pretty. I'll change the camera view now. Ooh. Look at that. That's a nice chocolate. I'm not a massive fan of chocolate, but this one's interesting. So I'm going to try this now. Oh, interesting taste. Very lovely. With a lovely view behind me. I'm going to find the others at the cafe now. This is one of the Grade 2 listed lime kilns here at the Kiln Park holiday resort. This one has 5 arches, and there is an internal tunnel inside the lime kiln itself, but this one is not in a good state of repair. It's rather crumbling. So there would have been a railway that ran along and through these and round the corner, which I'll show you when I go around the corner, and over there where that hedge is around the other side is where the junction to the Black Rock quarry was that was behind all of this. Yes, there's a warning here about this kiln. You can see there's where the trains would have gone in there, and if I bring you around the other side here along these stones, we'll go to the other side of this little bit of fence. You can look in here, you can see it's been sealed up with breeze blocks, but you can see where the trains would have come in through that path there, and we'll just go one more along and see if we can see any of the actual bits of the kilns inside. Now it's all crumbled down, but you can see up there's been a bit of a landslide, or what about a rockfall up inside the original part of the kiln, and it's spilled down there. So here I am in front of the kilns here at Kiln Park. They're about 20 plus feet tall, and they're 6 arches long, and it's a draw kiln, a limestone kiln, and I'll take you inside in a minute. It's Grade 2 listed, and there used to be a railway running through that tunnel over there, which made it easier to remove the lime that had been processed, obviously in covered wagons so it wouldn't get ruined in the rain. So we're going to go take a look inside now and have a wee look at where the wagons went in and how it looks inside. So as you can see, there's all these sort of metal ties holding it to the wall. A bit of a rusty sign here. You might be able to read some of that information there. It's got a picture actually of, you see the wagons in there being used to handle the lime and everything. So you've got these big metal pieces holding it to the cliff. As in the other clip of these I have, there's also another one of these a bit further down that's not in a brilliant condition, and you can't go climbing up it. There's a big hole just there. So that, yes, the railway would have gone through here, and there's a little birdie in there. So this is a draw kiln, so if I actually step up into this bit here, you'll see now you've got, that would have been your air vent, and you would have had coal, I suppose it's a type of coal, and your lime inside this big bit here, and that would be on fire presumably, and then when it was done it would be raked out, I suppose, into these sections, and they're loaded into waiting railway wagons here. Yeah, sorry, it's by a road, that's why you can hear cars. So, so yeah, as you can see, that's the air vent as I just showed you, and here is the thing. Just so my arm for scale. So we'll just take a wander along inside here now and have a look at how it's looking now. So yes, it's a lovely sort of, I don't know, arch. It's very tall, very pointy. They're all like this. You can see there's the other side is bricked up. And then you've got sort of the gap between the next section, because obviously you had the stuff coming down into that middle section there, and people working either side. There's maybe another air vent there, and then you go through here, and you'd have another section there, you see? And there's all this sort of, I don't know, say calcium or something that comes down, forming these stalactites, which is very cool. You can see up here, if I just put my flash on, you can see more of the bottom of the kiln there. It's all just sort of deteriorating now, rusting away, although that's probably some of the fire brick for lining the inside of the kiln. I don't know if you can see up inside there at all. I can't from here, all the vents seem to be blocked up. So it seems to be a thing that the rear sides of these tend to be blocked up as a big metal girder there. Can't read the writing on it, looks like there was. It might just be the pattern of the rust, and this is where the railway would have been. Oop. Broken bottle. Again, looks like something's dug out the air vent there. Oh wow! So this is all stuff that was inside this glass, infill or whatever. There's a bottle there, something written on it. Oh, I dropped some ketchup. I can't quite read that. Yes, obviously it's fallen down fairly recently. We can see up inside it, there's loads of glass bottles and things. I suppose birds will probably make nests in here. Jesus, that's a lot of glass bottles up in there. My language. Sorry for the blaspheming. It's amazing. You can actually see up inside there. No, I don't want to get too close lest the whole thing come down on me. Look up there. Wow. And that is cool. So mind my head. And we have passageways through to the next section. I don't know if we'll see something quite as cool as that, but that is a hell of a chunk over there on the floor. This bit's a bit more damaged, but the air vents there seem to be fine. Over here we seem to have some sort of deposit coming through here. Copper, is it perhaps? It's bright green. That's very cool. Lovely architecture in here. You see that air vent's obviously blocked up, and you can see some of the metal from in there. It's all very cool and industrial in here, very early. This is from 1865 onwards. So yes, the railway that came up in here was joined in that direction by the Black Rock Quarry Junction, which led to this. This was the end of the lime sidings is here, I suppose. And yeah, they'd load the wagons from here. That one's blocked up. And we're nearly at the end now. Have a look. I can get up here. Oh, it's not too far to jump up. Oh, look. Oh, a little baby bird in the nest. Oh, we'll leave it in its nest, so. Don't want to bother him. Her. Hint. Little birdie. Oh, wow. Look at that. That's another sort of air vent. You can see that it's got metal and everything. It's like a chute. It's rocks waiting to fall out of someone's head. I'd say they'll be closing this off soon. It's getting a bit dangerous. I must actually tell them at reception that one of the things has started to come down. So we now are at the end of this. There's some more of these stalactites coming down. And jump down. Here we are. Here's the end wall. So we've walked all the way along, and now we are back outside lime kiln, which is pretty neat. Now I said that this was something to do with John Nash, who's supposed to be some engineer, but they also reckon he could have been the blacksmith John Nash from Saundersfoot, so bit of confusion there, I suppose. But he was a landowner here. And I think this is quite cool, because I know you can get the model of the modern kind of lime processing works or whatever from Curlo or however, but this would be something interesting for someone to make. Even as just like an overgrown thing in the background. Oh, look at that. Put the lights on for that. Yeah, I'm not too certain I want anything from there coming down on my head. Down these spoil heaps. Now I can't be certain, but this seems like the entrance to the Black Rock quarry that was here for the limestone, because the limestone kilns are sort of up the other side of this way, and there would have been originally a tipper railway which would have tipped stuff into the tops of the kilns, I think, or fed them. But the caravan that we're staying in is sort of within the old Black Rock quarry, and this does seem very much like a way that the railway would just sort of snake around, but it could have all been completely re-landscaped as a caravan park. I'm having trouble trying to find information about it online with my fairly poor Wi-Fi connection here, and I haven't been able to find a local book either about what was here, which is slightly annoying. So from down here below you can see the height of the quarry walls. My caravan's at the back below the actual wall itself. It's all surrounded now by growth. There's sort of wire mesh over the cliff to keep it stable. And I think the railway actually ran up through where the entertainment complex is over there, where they loaded the stuff. You can't really see it now because it's all sort of overgrown. Yes, so today's Thursday, our last full day in Tenby, and as you can see, Tenby is on the hill in the background and I am in the sea. So it's been a relatively nice holiday, and despite the rain. So yeah, the sea's quite cold though, so I'm not going for a swim, I've been for a dip. And the kids are building some sandcastles. And later on we've got more bingo. See, the Island Ranger boat that we took is actually somewhere off behind me. There's Caldy Island, so it's over there somewhere. Can't really see though because of the sun. So yeah, just having a nice time at the beach. What are you building there, Amelia? Is that your sandcastle?
Yeah, I'm putting down wet sand.
Is it covered in shells, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, where's the front door?
Oh, over here. Here's the front door. Here's our emergency escape door.
Mm-hmm.
And here we have lovely and I just got my concrete cup to put in on my path because I want to decorate it with more shells. So I'm just gonna keep going because I want to make a house.
Yeah.
I don't want it to fall down quick.
Mm-hmm.
I need
Right.
some shells.
You need some shells? Well, show me your castle first. Show me your castle. Yeah. It's a lovely castle, isn't it? Hey, Charlie. What have you got there, Charlie? A shell. Lovely. So it's Friday and it's time for us to go home. So we're just here at Tenby Station after being dropped off by the taxi. And it's another one of these lovely old closed stations. No toilets here. Yeah, looks a bit run down, although they do have a new canopy thing that was built a couple of years ago or something. Some sort of metal bomb shelter over there. I assume this was some sort of toilet or something. Who knows? This is where the old good job probably was. You can see over there in the distance, somewhere that I didn't get to go to, there's actually a nice big viaduct which we came up underneath the car, and there's a passing loop in this station. We're on the right side for going down to Pembroke Dock. The track is wooden sleepered, slightly overgrown, and over in the main bit of the station built bottles and other rubbish and crap. So not the fanciest looking station in the world, but the buildings are pretty. Some nice purple flowers. Well, it's a miserable rainy day, and look who's sheltering here. Look, little baby swallows. Look at them. Ah, I wonder where their nest is. She's somewhere up there somewhere. They're all so fluffy. Hide them from the rain. Oh look, they've got little British Railways totems on these flower pots. There's another one over there. Yep, that's the train heading to Swansea. Down there is the path where we've been walking from the campsite to Tenby. There's Charlie's Whiskers, the 18th hole of the Tenby golf course here, and the other side of those dunes is of course the beach. And there's the caravan park we were staying in. Goodbye, Kiln Park. How old this picture is, and this one's so old of Tenby that they haven't even built the other lifeboat station yet. There's St Catherine's Island, and there's the old lifeboat station in the harbour where we got our boat from, and these old style backpacks there. And yeah, look at the fashion. This is at the Pembroke Dock ferry terminal, which is a bit dated, as it turns out. So here we are now on the Oscar Wilde again, leaving Pembroke Dock and returning once again to Ireland, which almost sums up our time on holiday and this episode of Beyond Beaglington. And now I'm going to go rest because I'm actually quite exhausted. We are at some very shiny steps on board the Oscar Wilde again on the way home, and it's a bit rough. It's not too bad, just a bit wobbly from side to side. Got about another hour and a half before we get to Rosslare. Over there in the distance you can see Tusker Rock Lighthouse as we head in towards Rosslare. We'll have to get ready soon, the man's still putting the tan away. There's the back of the ship. There we are, the foamy green waters of Rosslare Harbour in Ireland. Again. As you can see up ahead, the rear end of Oscar Wilde is opening up for us, and then we'll be riding out of it on the bus. Here we are again, back at Rosslare Airport, back in Ireland, and the end of our Tenby trip. So, yeah, Woo! Holiday over. Time for some holiday blues, I imagine.
Are we going to the train?
So yes, now we're back in Rainy Island, and that was the end of our holiday. So, oh well. Let's hope the weather improves before winter, anyways. So, thank you all very much for watching. Thanks to everyone who likes, shares, comments, subscribes, etc. To the channel. I hope you're enjoying the series so far. We've reached 200 subscribers at least, which is pretty good. And you know, I have to find some other things to do now for Beyond Beaglington. But yeah, thanks very much for watching, and see you next time. Oh, and don't forget, there's also the subscribe bubble and the playlist thing. But yeah, thanks very much.